Hey guys, Dan here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Ghost Ripper by Third Eye Studios. It just came out on Steam and itch.io. Well, it's the demo anyway. I've already recorded my gameplay, so I'm just going to talk over it and give you my thoughts, that sort of thing. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, it takes place in Tennessee, 1986. We start with a nice big cutscene. The cutscenes in this game are very cinematic. It's like watching a movie almost. I also liked the yellow color grading. It gives it a vintage look. So we play as Heather, a young lady who lives in this 80s styled house with wood paneling. Anyway, she has overslept, okay? She's late for work. The first things we need to do, we need to get dressed, we need to find our car keys, and we need to find our house key. Now with those tasks complete, we can leave and head into work. This game does a great job of building up suspense. Here's another cutscene. But yeah, I love this beginning. It's so cinematic. It really does remind me of an old 80s slasher movie. Even the synthesizer music in the background. So we arrive at work. We can try going through the back door, but it's jammed. We have to go around. We have a stamina bar, so you just know that we're going to get chased at some point. We've got that to look forward to. We can go inside, and you can see it's like a typical diner layout. We can speak with our coworker. He seems a little put out by the fact that we're late, and Heather begs him not to tell the owner. But surprise, surprise, the owner is here today. Outside, we get yelled at, and our punishment is we have to stick around for the late night shift. The graveyard shift, as they say. And this is where the game truly gets started. So first, let's clock in and see what happens. Okay, night has fallen, and it looks like we fell asleep on the counter. We're by ourselves now. So we can go read the note that the boss left for us in the back. Alright, we have to wipe down the tables, empty the trash, and sweep the floors. But we also need to keep an eye out for customers and take their orders and prepare their food to go. It sounds like a lot, but actually it's really easy, and the game gives you plenty of time to take care of all this stuff. So we can grab the broom. This note says the back door is broken, so we know there's only the one exit in case something bad happens. There's only a couple of stains to clean up. There's one here and one in the bathroom. Okay, we can hear a car pull up. Sounds like we've got our first customer. You can scroll the mouse wheel to make the broom go away, but it kind of sucks because it keeps popping up even though we're done with it. I think the developers should find a way to make it disappear after we're finished using it. We can check the closed circuit television, and honestly, I found myself checking these cameras a lot in my playthrough. Like I said, the game does a great job of building suspense, and yeah, being here alone when weird things start happening, it really makes you paranoid. Like, I was constantly checking the cameras. Okay, so our first customer. This guy is a total creep. He places his order, but then he won't stop hitting on us. So this part of the game reminded me a lot of Kiosk by Vivi. And also Happy's Humble Burger Barn by Scythe's dev team. We have to actually make the food, like cook the burgers, put the correct toppings on them, make the drinks, all that sort of thing, and then bag them up and hand them to the customers. I'm just gonna skip through because this can be tedious. but I do think it serves a purpose. It helps pass the time while we're thinking and wondering when the horror is going to happen. It helps to build up the sense of dread, I guess. Here, I forgot to take the guy's money and put it in the register. All that's left is to take the trash out, and outside, we're reminded by the spooky ambience that this is still a horror game, and we're out here all by ourselves, and we're vulnerable. I tried to be cautious. I kept looking out for shadows moving or something. Again, the game kind of makes you paranoid. So another customer pulls up. We can take this other trash bag out to the dumpster and then be back in time for him. Here he is. He places his order, and he lets us know there's been a murder up the road, and they haven't found the perpetrator yet. Great, so that's all we need. Now there's a killer on the loose. We make his order, he leaves, and then the phone rings. Someone says they're watching us. But it turns out to be Heather's boyfriend Michael playing a prank. Oh, this is cool. You can also pass the time by playing an arcade game. I think that's a nice touch. Here again, I'm checking the cameras. There's a lot of downtime between customers, but I think it works because you can tell the story is building up to something, and the suspense comes from not knowing when that something is going to happen. The phone rings again. Is it Michael playing another prank? All we can hear is breathing. Turns out it's not Michael, and now things are starting to get creepier. We can check the cameras again to make sure there's no killers out there. And then we get another customer. He reveals that there's talk that the killer stole a van and he's still at large. So now we've got a new piece of information. After he leaves, a cop comes by, just checking in on us. He leaves, and we notice a suspicious van slowly driving around our building. But they don't stop. They slowly pull out of the parking lot, and it's really unsettling. We're getting close to the end here, guys. Okay, Heather's starting to get freaked out, we're starting to get freaked out, and then suddenly someone throws a rock through the window. It's time to call the cops. Heather calls the sheriff's department. They ask a few questions, and then they tell us they're going to send a unit over right away. At this point, we notice there's a newspaper article wrapped around the rock, but as we're reading it, our car alarm goes off. I'm going to shut up now and let it play. Dude's got a hammer. He kills us with a hammer. Poor Heather. I thought that was a really scary ending, and I liked the spooky ghost costume. It's both funny and scary. So yeah, that's the demo for Ghost Ripper. I liked it a lot. It reminded me of Night Shift by Puppet Combo, and I thought it was interesting how it played out like an old horror movie, like When a Stranger Calls, or one of those types of movies. Anyway, what did you think? Leave a comment below with your thoughts on the demo, maybe even wishlist it on Steam. That helps out the developer a lot. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.